So this is kind of interesting. I'm out here rock hopping in the middle of the Eno River, and you can see the absolute devastation that has taken place here. The floods back in July. And but while I'm out here, everywhere I look on these rocks out here, there are the little discarded scrapings of black walnuts. So, and I mean, they're just scattered all over the rocks out here. So what I'm assuming, I mean, I don't think that squirrels would have found them in the forest and then hopped out here onto the rocks in order to eat them. I'm assuming they're eaten by squirrels. They could be eaten by other things, but squirrels are really the only creatures that I know of with the teeth to get through the holes of them. But anyway, I see the little sort of discarded fruits there. There's another one here. Right up here on this rock, there's another one. That might be a whole fruit over there. I'm actually gonna, hold on. Yeah, there's a whole fruit here. Hasn't been eaten yet. And so, actually I kind of want to do a little experiment, because my hypothesis is that these fruits float and get kind of trapped in these little nooks and crannies in between the rocks, like that. And that squirrels are actually coming out here and grabbing them from these little nooks and crannies, little pockets in between the rocks, and they're having a little feast out here. There's another one there. Don't remember how I got here, actually. That's a little too big to jump. Anyway, there's some more over there and all throughout. But I think this is exactly what's happening. Somewhere upstream, there's a black walnut tree, drops these fruits, they come down here, get caught in the little gaps between. Little squirrel can stand right there without even getting his little butt wet, nab that out of the water, sit on a rock here, and eat it, like that. And they don't even, they don't have a care in the world. What a life. The only thing you have to worry about is getting picked off by a hawk, or a bobcat, or a fox, or an owl, or a snake. Well, not this time of year, but yeah, maybe it's not that great of a life, honestly. Alright, I'm back here because I wanted to double check something and show you something that I was thinking about on the rest of my hike. That one rock's a little wobbly. But these little squirrel tables out here, I think there's no inner nutshell in any of these. So that's just the outer sort of fruit part of the black walnut. And I think that's the case for all of these. So they're not eating them out here. If they're eating them, we would see little bits of the woody shell of the walnut. But that is not the case. Yeah, it's just the outer hull. The sort of soft fruit part that rots to brown. And yeah, there's another big one over here. Yeah, none of the woody shell. So they're not eating them out here. They're cleaning them. I believe my hypothesis is still correct, that it's the walnuts that fall into the river upstream, float down, get stuck in all these little nooks and crannies, like the one that I floated earlier. And they fish them out and then clean them up out here on the rocks. There's the one I threw in earlier, still there. They clean them up out here on the rocks and then go store them somewhere in their little fridges, wherever those are.